So, moving forward, teams, on the other hand, are typically composed of members who are linked by one or more common goals and shared accountability. So, within teams, there are typically a group of individuals that have gone through some sort of primary conflict and have been able to emerge out of that conflict and really come together as one unit and one group that is really able to work together and meet the final outcome of the goals they create. So within teams, they're typically closed systems that interact in a synergistic way, and they have the ability to pick up roles and rotate between leaders. So an example of this could be one day you have one individual leading and, well, you have one individual leading majority of the time, but then if this person kind of gets to a point where they feel they're unable to continue their leadership, you could have another member emerge as an emergent leader and take on that role within that group. And on top of this, although there is specific roles that members will take on, these roles aren't necessarily generalized and have to stay with same members. They can be more of an ambiguous type of thing, and other members can take on the same roles if there's certain days where you have to pick up the slack from someone else. So in teams, members are typically fully committed to one common goal, and they often develop this goal by themselves. So goals will typically be thought of, and everyone will be able to interact and have their input on the final goal that the group decides on, and then everyone will really put in their best effort to attack that goal and accomplish it. So within teams, there's mutual accountability and there's a culture of cooperation, collaboration, and interdependence. Within teams, you'll also have a very diverse skill set between members. You might have one individual be very good at reading, writing, taking notes, and you might have another individual who's very good at art and is able to do that aspect of assignments or projects. So you'll have a very diverse skill set within your members, and everyone will be able to bring different things to the table. On top of this, teams have a very strong group identity and a very strong sense of just who they are and what their main goal is. And they have a really big mindset of togetherness that is better than individuality. So with all these things, you can understand how teams can have a much greater quality than groups can. And now that you kind of understand what teams are and what groups are, I want you to really take these things into account and think about if the members of the characters in Kung Fu Panda represent more of a team dynamic or a group dynamic, which I will talk about next.